Welcome to the Sleepy C and Big D Show.
And yes, we're back. Another new episode of the Sleepy C and Big D Show.
La la la.
After missing a week, we're back, stronger than ever.
Or so you'd think. He would have you think that, but
Lies.
somebody here is putting on a front.
Frontal.
What did you tell me? Frontal.
Yeah.
What did you tell me this morning, sir?
I don't believe I
You had some
remember
morning
that.
sickness?
Yes, I believe I'm pregnant.
It's possible, people.
It is. So let's just get right into it. You know, we got plenty of time to. You've got 2 weeks worth, so.
Yeah, you know what? I know we have 2 weeks worth of things, but the main thing that's on my mind right now is that this past Sunday, so what is that, 3
Oh, you know
days
what?
ago?
Let's get our introductions. We are missing Rosa.
Yes, I
Fact
apologize.
Checker Rosa,
We're
yeah.
cutting all sorts of corners.
Right. We were missing Fact Checker Rosa, so Sleepy will have a little bit of anxiety because she's missing.
Yeah, so if you hear any pen clicking, my bad.
True. And then also standing in with us is...
Estrellita.
Hello.
Hi guys.
I thought you were going to say, hello from the other side. But you didn't.
But you didn't.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Anywho,
I thought I just saw a unicorn.
as it lit up majestically between the two of us.
Exactly.
Glorious.
Probably another movie she doesn't understand.
I was going to say, and Estrella didn't even see it.
No.
She
Step Brothers?
got to be here for the power and the acoustic melodies, if you will, but she doesn't appreciate it as much as she could. But that's okay.
Let's
that's
get into
for another
this.
day.
Yeah, let's just, we're tired of this.
So, well, we could stay on the subject of Estrellita, being as there is one other thing, actually 2 other things real quick to talk about.
She's here, let's make fun of her.
All right, so, well, actually, it's not even things to make fun of necessarily.
Well, it is.
First off, she hasn't seen Old School. That's a mistake.
She hasn't seen Old School.
And you said no, you haven't seen Step Brothers, right?
I
Oh my God.
assume that she was good at telling time.
Who invited her?
She was
I'm
here.
just kidding. She was here. She was just
here.
kind of here
She came
already.
with the place, So let's she has a quick story to tell. She was actually going to be on time for the first time to
my
work.
God.
Yeah. Let's
Please,
share.
let me extend the mic your way.
Yeah.
I'll just enjoy my beverage.
Lovely.
Modelo.
So go. Let's hear it.
Well, it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf kind of story, kind of. So I've been late for work every single day, about 10 minutes each day.
10 and 20.
Okay.
She's all, I'm being attacked.
Send help, please. And so this morning I woke up at my regular time, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be on time." Woke up on time. There's no
Well, you
traffic.
woke up on time, like late,
Well,
or you woke up on time to be
Specific-
on time.
specific-
She woke up at the time that she would like to wake up.
yes,
Okay.
exactly. Which is still kind of cutting it close. But point is, I realized that there's no school for the kids, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get there even more on time." No excuses. I got ready, got everything. My mom calls me because she leaves a little bit before I do. She was like, "There's a 5-car accident on the hill,
Fuck that.
and you need to leave now because you're gonna be so late." So I was like, wow, everything went to the trash. Like, all my effort. Woke up so happy that I was gonna be on time for the first time in forever. For the first time.
In forever. Oh my God, Estrella, thank you.
Yeah. And got here more late than ever, 20 minutes late. And now I feel like poop because I feel like Dave doesn't believe me because...
Let me interject here.
Yeah. How about the part there?
I feel like there's no disbelief. Apologies, good sir. I feel like there's no disbelief there. I think the biggest upset was probably just due to the fact that he has to do a different job this week, and that's taxing, I would say, to say the least.
Well, that or that you've offered to carpool with her.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but
I thought we were bashing
we
her.
did try. I mean, not like heavily.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, we still have to see her tomorrow.
great.
Right.
So I shouldn't bring up the baby pictures.
You have some? Let me see.
Later.
We'll look into that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that being said, as somebody who is a former tardy consistently person,
Do you have any pictures of your
Me.
mom naked?
I'm bitches. Sorry, I had to use that reference when I could. And no, I don't.
Would you like to buy some?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't need to. No.
So as a tardiness,
My eyes. So as somebody who used to be what I like to call now, in this exact moment only, I just made it up, but the tardy queen. I kid you not, my place of employment fucking changed my work time for me. They started making me work at 8:30 so that my regular lateness would be on time. And guess what? I'd still push the envelope on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, as somebody who is just, I'm personally, I'm not great. You know what it is? We're running on Mexican time. That's what it is. You know what my biggest problem is that I always see like, oh, okay, I have an additional 30 minutes. That's amazing. And instead of leaving, I'm like, okay, I can feed the cats and then change their water, and then I can wake up the dogs, which I wasn't going to do, but now I have time to let them out for a little bit, and then I can let them back in, and, you know, and then slowly wake the dog up, the puppy, because she is adorable in the morning when she's first waking up. She's pretty vicious otherwise, but those first like precious moments as she's like just stumbling out of her little crate,
right?
Just gorgeous. She can't even support her own fucking weight. She's just like a stuffed animal, but warm and just precious. I don't know how else to describe it. So, of course, you know, you got to let that soak in. You take like 5 minutes of that time. However long she'll give you. She usually lets her belly out at that time. You can give her some belly rubs, and she might even kind of like, you know, paw at you or try to nip at you, but it's gentle. Whereas later in the day, it'll be vicious, like I said.
And next thing you know, you're an hour late.
Right. So, you know, I'm doing these other things where I'm just like, yeah, no, I totally have time for that. Because, you know, and then that way Rosa doesn't have to get up any earlier. You know, the puppy's been let out. All the things that are necessary for the morning part are done. So I think. Except for the morning part of getting to work on time.
Yeah, yeah.
So
traffic, police.
Well, right. And
carpool.
then those are other factors. It's like even if I leave, you know, even when I leave early, there's usually shit that happens. A fucking car accident or... You know, there's cops up ahead in carpool lanes, so I got to jump out of there.
She's heard all the podcasts. She knows the trick. You got to dip in and out.
Yeah, you got to go with your gut. You got to trust that shit. Waze will give you so much. They'll tell you a lot. But realistically, you can't depend solely on that. Because what if a motherfucker just couldn't push it because they're being detained now?
True.
So, anywho, that's all for other things. Oh, real quick also, Estrella noticed I had a cactus designed notebook, and she fancied it, and without her even saying yes, I started ripping out the few pages that I had used, and then I gave it to her. And yes, I do write all over the fucking notebook. I don't write in order, but can I get some backup maybe if somebody wants to comment on this? For the record, what if I start jotting down notes about something and then I may need 2 or 3 pages after that? So then I skip a few pages, and then nope, I'm getting nods of disapproval. Okay. All right, well, never mind that. I'm gonna just cut that off right there.
Perfect.
Oh, precious.
Next.
So, anywho, let's get to the real fucking topic of the hour,
The meat
or the
of the
half
potatoes,
hour, or the 45 minutes, or whatever time lapse we have here. So this weekend, my wife and her sisters all had a sister night, to which all the spouses were excluded, and so we all huddled up together for warmth at our house.
Sister night?
Yeah, they had a sister night. Strictly sisters, no misters, and
nothing
I'm not
like
a mister.
sister wives, just sister night.
Yeah, no, not sister wively. They didn't do anything weird.
Bowling.
Well, actually, you know
poker.
what? Who knows what they did? I have
we
no
don't even
idea.
know.
I'm not one of the sisters, so I was not there. I did not partake.
Gotcha. You can
I'm
that?
a sister-in-law. Yeah, no, so after I came home from work, and I came home to my 2 brother-in-laws and their children. And to be honest, that was just exciting for me. I love that. I'm totally with that shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, fast forward. We all drank a bit. I didn't drink as much. Like, I drank some, but that was like the sum that put me to sleep. I tried to stay up waiting for Rosa, but like midnight came and went, and I was like, all right, I'm passing out. It's happening. So, anywho, fast forward to the next morning. I feel just fine. I woke up at like 8:30 because the sun, it's fucking hot now, by the way. For those of you that don't know, today was like 98, 99.
You're welcome to California.
Yeah. So anywho, I arose around 8:30ish, which is pretty early for those of you that know me. My nickname is Sleepy C, for Christ's sake. Okay,
Right.
But 8:30 is pretty early on a day that I'm not required to fucking be up. I'm not gonna go to church unless I'm invited. Hasn't happened in a while, but for obvious reasons. But I'm sorry.
Hello.
Never mind. Anywho, so this Sunday, I noticed that my brother-in-law and sister-in-law were ill from the night before.
Incapacitated.
As we all know, how some beverages will get to us the next day. Sick sons of bitches. Anywho, so they weren't really up and moving. I don't know the severity if they were super hungover or anything like that. But I got this like wild hair. I was like, I'm fucking taking the kids. We're gonna go to the park. It's gonna be a nice day. I know. Like let's just fucking do it.
Yep.
So I got up and I told them that I was like, I'm okay. Well, you guys want to go? Like let's get out of the house. Let's go. You got to put on shoes and this and that and tennis shoes specifically. So. And of course, they were just like, yeah, fucking
let's go.
Take them. At first, PETA was like, oh, it's just you. Like, she realized Rosa was getting in the shower. She's like, Rosa's not going? It's just going to be you? Like, she sounded a little bit concerned. And I was just like, well, yeah, I just fucking figured I'd take them out. Like, I'm not doing anything today. I thought we'd go to the park, hang out and some shit. And she's like, okay. And then she was like, well, Ezekiel hasn't eaten breakfast yet. And I was like, well, I haven't eaten breakfast yet. So... perfect, right? So cut to, we take off for McDonald's. We got them all set up. They helped me load up the bicycle,
Chairs,
the bike for Lando, and then there's like this little, it's like a stroller, but it's also like a tricycle for Ezekiel, so he can feel like he's pedaling and steering. But really, I just lift that fucker back. Not, by the way, I mean the stroller, not. Oh,
Ezekiel. I was like, yeah, okay.
I just lean that shit back, and he no longer has control because, boy, was it difficult. I was like, no, turn left. This is left, this is right. Turn left, and we're just going nowhere. Right. I was like, all right, put it straight, so we could go forward. No, so I had to lean him back and then down the hill. So anyways, they helped me load all that shit up. We got the sunscreen, and we got the fucking waters, and all the things that I thought we would need. PETA was like, she was extra prepared. She's like, there's a fucking first aid kit in the back, just in case. She's like, God forbid anything happen. I'm just like, Jesus. All right. And, so anyways.
I was just teaching him archery, that's all.
We go through the McDonald's line, and I'm fucking super stoked because I'm like, first off, I'm hungry. Right off top.
I mean, that's right there.
But the best thing, in my opinion, is that McDonald's now does the 24 hours for...
breakfast.
Not 24 hours, but their hours of operation all include breakfast now. It doesn't have to fucking be before 10:30. The downside that I did not fucking take into account this week, or that on Sunday, was the fact that they would not have French fries. Guess who promised the little one French fries? Because we were at McDonald's. He knows the fucking place. He's just like, French fries, a la... And, of course, it sounds way cuter. I wish you guys could have heard him. We should have done a podcast last night. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. The point is that I was like, yeah, sure, definitely. It's fucking like 10:08 that we're rolling through. That by the time, right. I know I started at 8:30 with me getting up. But from, point A to point C or whatever we're at now.
We covered that. The puppy.
There's shit to do in the morning. We all know. Anyways... So I was just like, fuck, they don't have it. We can't get it. I'm sorry, but it was cool. He was easily distracted from it.
So breakfast is served all day, but
you can't get lunch.
Fries.
You cannot get lunch stuff until after 10:30 because technically that's the old school way is that breakfast was till 10:30. Mm-hmm. And then from 10:30, well, to be honest, breakfast used to be till like 11:30, I thought.
Well,
I know for sure 11.
Big Daddy was 10:30.
That's what they made it now.
Yeah.
But it used to be 11 a.m. You could go till 11.
Right.
Somebody was trying to tell me the other day it was 11:30. I don't know. I'm not going to fully argue with that.
That seems too late.
That's not enough time to turn around because I know that's the reason why they claimed that they couldn't do it was that they had to swap everything over to their lunch hour shit. Anywho.
Okay.
So the point is, we roll out of that bitch. I got the fucking big breakfast with the hot cakes. I got... Lando didn't want anything. He had already had breakfast. But By the way, the big breakfast, in case you're not informed, it comes with a sausage patty, eggs that aren't really eggs, but it's cool. We eat them. And a biscuit. And I think that's it.
That's not very big.
I know. It's a weird... It's like a fucking play on word. It's like, what is that? Not ironic, but maybe ironic.
I think it is ironic.
Either way. So we rolled out of there. I additionally got myself an Egg McMuffin. Yeah, I wasn't fucking around. So we get to the park, and I was told by PETA, she was like, the boys are under strict rule. Do not let them eat in this car, blah, blah, blah. She's like, you can eat, just don't spill. She's like, but the kids cannot eat.
Oh, you took her car?
Yeah, well, it already had the baby seats and,
right.
The car seats and the booster seat. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not fucking around. I'm not going to move all that shit over. I'm going to just take your car. Of course, I didn't say it that aggressively, but anyways, it just made the most sense. So we get to the park, and at first... there's not anybody there. We're the only ones there. Actually, that's a lie. There was one little girl and her two parents, I'm assuming, is what they were. But who knows? People assume that I'm a parent, and I'm not. And I correct them. Anyways, I told PETA, though, I was like, I let people think they're my kids.
Right.
I don't really, but it was just funny. And then I was like, I'm just kidding, I swear. Rose was like, no, I do that for real. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's wild. Anywho.
So 3 kids at the park.
Yeah, but the little girl leaves. We're eating breakfast first. You know what I mean? Like, Lando, he started riding his bike around. Out of nowhere comes this fucking little kid. And he comes trotting up. You can tell he's got, like, he's on a mission. Like, he saw Lando from the fucking distance and was like, let me
Locked
go.
in.
Yeah. So Lando instantly is on him, gets Lando's attention. And he's just like, he wants to go. He's like, I'm gonna go say hey to that kid. And I was just like, all right, yeah, go tell him, hey, I'm Lando. What's your name or whatever, And so he does just that. He goes right up and oh, I'm Cody. Blah blah blah. Then they start running around together, and it's all good. Everything's fine, except for they're doing like wild shit. I mean, they're boys. You know what I mean? And I don't want to use that statement of boys will be boys. But as far as playing, yeah, they totally fucking will. Okay, they're gonna climb shit, and I think girls should do it too, for the record. Mm-hmm. But they fucking got on this thing. It's like one of those bouncy seesaws, but it was a 3-way.
Okay.
It had 3 attachments onto it. I don't even know they look like beans. It looked real weird. But there was 3 separate attachments. You know where it was? It was the fucking dog park that we used to go to.
Okay.
But the children's park. I didn't take children to a dog park.
Right.
No. But yeah, there's 2 parks. There's a little gated, or two playgrounds or whatever. There's a gated one that has, it literally says for ages 2 to 5 on the fucking door in, and then the other side's not gated and it's for big kids. Yeah. To be honest, there wasn't a whole lot to do there, or at least I wouldn't have thought so, but I mean, these kids fucking loved it. So, I'm keeping Ezekiel entertained. We're running around together. Oh, I'm sorry. This is after we eat breakfast together. Yeah. He ate a good amount, but, we're at the fucking park. He's like, I'm over this shit.
And he didn't have fries.
Yeah, I don't want to keep bringing that up. Can we just...
Okay.
I owe him fries still. Thanks a lot.
Well, it's not like he listens.
He does remember, though. He's been... Since the other day, he's like, I love french fries. I'm just like, fuck. Give it up, kid! The day's over. We're not going back to McDonald's today or that day. You know what I mean? It's done. That was a one and done deal on that day only.
Yeah.
Not to him, though.
Coupons expired.
Yeah. So, Lando's running around with this kid. They're getting pretty active, though, to the point where I had to say something. I was kind of just like, hey, just take it easy. By the way, for the record, this fucking kid's parent, nowhere in sight. I have no idea who this child belongs to. He's just a lone rogue ranger, okay? So... cut back to they're bouncing around. So this kid fucking stands in the middle. There's like a middle surface area on that 3-way seesaw
Spinner
bouncy thingy. It's fucking wild. So he's on the middle of it, like trying to surf the shit out, all right? And they're getting really, really rowdy on it to where it was kind of bouncing all over the place wildly. And I just, was just like, hey, just be careful. You guys are really getting that thing going all kinds of crazy. So, I'm thinking it's no big deal. They actually they stopped completely and they fucking went on to something else. So I'm thinking, all right, cool, no problem. Because it's always a thing, right? When you have to go to, like, tell somebody else's kid something.
Right.
It's that, where the fuck is their parent? Because I bet you they're about to come up and be like, what did you just say to my kid? When really, listen, Betty, I'm just trying to fucking make sure he doesn't throw himself off the fucking thing, right? Cut to 5 minutes later. when they're doing some other rowdy shit, and I was like, hey, like I said, take it easy. Fucking dad walks up. Out of nowhere. Again, turns out they're like down the ways, across the field.
Street,
no,
yeah.
they were across the field having like a fucking birthday party or something.
Oh, okay.
So, dad comes over and he says, yo, Carlos. And I'm like, I'm not even thinking he's talking to this boy, because that's like a grown man name. Exactly. I thought it was Cody. Actually, I didn't. I forgot that his name was Carlos till right now.
Okay.
But that's all right. It's a Cody, Carlos.
Cody,
Who
Carlos,
fucking cares?
yeah.
Doesn't not my family.
No.
So who gives a shit? So this fucking guy comes up and he's like, yo, Carlos. And he said it the first time, and I heard it, but I did not think he was talking to this fair-skinned child.
Right.
There was no way. I was like, that's not fucking Carlos over there. That's Cody. That right there, that's fucking Cody.
White hair, blue eyes.
Yeah, straight up. Could have been an albino. So, I was just like, huh, that's crazy. I didn't even look up, though. I didn't even look or anything. I'm playing with Ezekiel because you got to keep him busy, but you also got to make sure he doesn't fall off of shit.
Right.
So, this fucking guy, and he had came up, we're in the 2 to 5 year old section. Lando's clearly 6 years old. Don't anyone freak out. Everything was fine. There's nobody fucking there. But that's where Ezekiel and I are playing also. And the fucking dad comes over and he has to say Carlos again. The kid didn't respond. Because, again, he probably doesn't even know his name is Carlos.
Right.
It's such an odd name for a young child, I feel like. Anyways. So, next thing you know, I can hear him, like, not really, he's not, like, whispering. It's not like he's fucking being gentle about it, but he's just like, what the fuck, bro? You heard me call you. Like, I was just like, oh, shit.
Bro, huh?
Yeah, like, I was like, okay, whoa, this just, hey. Like, my ears perked up, my fucking antenna were out, ready to grasp anything I could, right? I'm like, oh, shit, this is gonna be, like, some fucking parental abuse right now. Or child abuse. Sorry, from a parent, though. Anyways, so he fucking calls him, and he's like, I know you heard me fucking call you. And then the kid's just like, oh, yeah, sorry, you know, or whatever. And the dad was just like, he's all, and what the fuck are you doing over here, man? I see you climbing up on this and doing that and all this stuff. He's like, what, do you want to fucking break your leg before you turn however fucking... It, like, literally, my ears, like, blacked out at that time. I couldn't hear the age. It just...
Right.
So, but for real, like, I was just baffled. I was just like, well, holy shit. Like,
Right.
this is a little boy. You know what I mean? Like, they're pliable. He can fall off the jungle gym. He'll be all right, you know? Like, sorry, I have a lot of...
And then are you word for wording this, or are you adding
That's
the...
almost word for word. Like, there were definitely fucks thrown around at that child. So I was just like, oh, shit, this is real. And I was worried about being like, hey, can you just take it easy, buddy? Hey, be careful over there.
Excuse me, sir.
You're not my concern at all, but you're playing with somebody that I'm concerned about, so please don't fucking show him dumb shit. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so... Cut to a little bit more, you know, the dad leaves or whatever, and the kids are still running around. Then this little girl shows up, and I find out her name is Amber. Also, her dad is there in the park with us, and we're awkwardly not saying anything to each other. It's just like that thing. Nobody really wants to fucking talk to each other.
Right.
Like, not really. I just want to hang out and be responsible for my kids. Yeah. Let me specify, for my kids, not in a weird-ass way, in case that sounded wild. Brings up my next point, though, is that for the record, don't ever, like, I don't know, people are just fucking crazy. They don't care. But I just could not imagine letting some stranger be that, like, I was in the shit with these children. Which, by the way, let me fill in the fact that Lando cuts out and he goes, Celeste, I think we should go check out that other park. Yeah, this one's kind of ghetto. That's what he said in front of this dad and his daughter. He's like, yeah, this one's kind of ghetto. There's no kids here. And I was just like, it's fucking 10:30, you know? Like, I didn't say fuck, though, for the record.
Okay.
I know I was bad-mouthing Carlos's dad about throwing swears around, but I was like, dude, this isn't ghetto. I was like, this is actually a really nice park. I was just like, but it's only 10:30. People probably aren't out of church yet. You know, people are, it's on a Sunday, too. This is a day that people are usually home with their family and stuff. And I was like, so why don't we just, wait it out a little bit longer? You've been having fun with your buddy, and, we'll see how it goes. Carlos. And he's like, okay, and he keeps going. Cut to Carlos coming back, running up on, I see him and Lando talking, and Lando seems like he's reasonably agreeing. And next thing you know, I see fucking Carlos take off, jetting, streamlining for Lando's bike. And I was just like, oh, fuck. By this time, an older woman has shown up with her Turns out grandson, like I said, not everybody there is just that person, that child's parent.
Of course.
They could be other relatives and such. And we ended up talking. This little kid brought Thor's hammer, or a look-alike, that's what he calls it. He ends up fucking breaking it, and then gets really huffy and puffy, like it wasn't him that threw it at the ground aggressively. But yeah, she was like, I had to get this kid out of here for sure. So she's there witnessing this situation that was about to unfold. Yes. So he fucking cuts across. He goes for the bike, and he's picking it up. It's leaned down. He's picking it up and swinging his leg over. He's throwing the fucking helmet on the table. And I was like, wait. Hey, Carlos, buddy, sorry. I was like, before you go riding that bike, can you please go check with your dad and make sure it's all right? Because if that fucking kid falls down, you know what I mean? It's just something to be concerned about.
Yeah.
And he's just like, well, my dad's going to say it's fine. I was like, that's fine. I hope he says it's fine. But you need to go ask him. And the grandmother in the background, she, like, you can hear her, like, like, she's like, what is this young girl going to do?
Right.
Young. That's a joke. Anyways, she's like, what is this girl going to do? Like, she's like, how do you, again, what do you do in this situation? Like, I was ready to tell this kid to fuck off. But, because he was just the way he said it. He was like, yeah, I know my dad's going to let me do it, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, okay, well, your dad just came over here and was yelling at you about doing things that might be dangerous and getting hurt. So, to avoid that, let's just ask him so we know. And I was like, and if he says okay, when you come back, you need to wear this helmet. And he's like, oh, well, I don't like wearing helmets. They bother my head or some shit. And I was just like, well, if you're riding that bike, you're wearing that helmet. Like, that's
it.
There is no, I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I will fucking ruin your dreams today. You're not riding the bike. Like, that's that. I can just say it right now, and we'll just avoid all this extra bullshit.
Yeah, you save them the walk.
Yeah. So, anyways, he ends up getting the okay, and the fucking puts the helmet on. I was like, all right, cool, thank you, I appreciate it. Then I convinced these children to just fucking run around chasing him in circles. They're just running around. That's all the, like, now we're up to, by the way, we've escalated. We're at like 10 kids at this park now.
And you're in charge of all of them.
Basically, because grandma's over there on her phone. She realized that somebody, me, I was fucking running around with these children. She's like, all right, fucking go ahead, Jonathan. You're fine. By the way, I know all these children's names because I learned them because I didn't want to fucking look like a weirdo, which brings me back to my point. How do people just trust whoever the fuck is there at the park? You don't know me. I mean, yes, I'm a good person and I just like playing with kids, like, but holy shit, I could have just been any kind of weirdo. You know what I mean?
Kids.
Playing with kids. Just like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like so then it gets real wild, okay? They've, of course, all been drawn to me now because I'm playing with all these kids. As the more kids come in, they're like, oh, this fucking adult is playing with children. Let me get in on this. I want to play too. There's this mom there. She's got another baby in her arms. And her daughter's running around. And I take Ezekiel over to the monkey bars. And this is after, by the way, we're at like 45 minutes into this hangout, okay? So, in fact, we're probably an hour in because we were there for about an hour and a half. So, I'm fucking playing with Ezekiel on the monkey bars. And one of the little kids comes up and grabs the end of the monkey bars, and she goes, I can do it, or whatever, or I was like, I'm like, oh, you can you can do the monkey bars? Right. And she was just like, yeah, I can do it by myself. And I was like, oh, okay. And her mom, from the distance, she goes, she can't do it by herself. No, don't let her. I was just like, okay. She is lying. That's what she said, straight up. She's just like, she lying to you. She can't do it. I was just like, okay, then. Well, do you want help? Like, can I
do? Kick her in
can
the
I
balls,
help her?
or
I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Like, I need to hold on to your child to help her with this situation, help her with what she wants to do. And I feel like that's a big thing. Like, if somebody at the park, some stranger was just like, oh yeah, can I pick up your kid? I had to do that. I'm sorry, let me back up a little bit. This lady showed up and just sat at the fucking table by our stuff on her phone the whole time. Turns out I only thought she had one child there, but she had two. But the one that she had there wanted to get up on that seesaw thing. And I'm like looking around. I was pretty positive she was the mom. So I was just like, can I pick her up to put her on here? Like, other parents are there. Again, the two parents that have already been there and they know that I'm not some fucking weirdo.
Right.
Or at least what they think. I could be still, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing is, even if you think that they're just a good person, you never fucking know somebody. Anywho. So
especially considering they didn't even talk to you.
Nobody even really talked. The grandma was like fine with it. Like after I made some things that she thought was funny. After I said some things that she thought was funny. So the lady goes,
you're the yard
I'm sorry.
duty.
Yeah. Are you the yard duty on service today? So the lady finally turns around because the daughter's like, Mom, look. You know, she wants to put me out here, and the mom's like, oh, she's like, oh shit, yeah, me, yeah, go ahead. When it comes up again, go ahead. That's what she fucking said. I was just like, okay, all right then, you stay there. Don't mind. You know what? Stay there. Kick your feet up. We got a stroller. You can put your feet on. Don't worry, PETA. She did not put her feet on the stroller. I'm making a joke of this now. Yeah. Anywho, so moving forward, going back to the monkey bar situation, all the other moms was totally fine with me. Oh, yeah, go ahead, help her across. Fuck,
it's because you're a woman.
I get, is that what it is? That's probably totally what it is.
Some guy standing there.
If some dude did it, it'd be so fucking weird,
no.
right?
What's he doing?
Sorry for you dudes. But, especially, I mean, mainly if you have a passion for children, as I do. So, I'm fucking helping these kids. And by the way, there's these weird, like, tightrope things that go along the long rails of the monkey bars.
Okay.
To where I can't be under the monkey bars and put them on my shoulder or some shit, okay? I'm fucking holding my arms out at almost straight. Like, my elbows are bent about as much as they are right here. To hold these children and guide them across these monkey bars. And, of course, I'm doing it in a fucking swing motion.
Right.
I'm all, okay, and swing, like fucking the whole nine. The realest real. By the way, hit me up if you need babysitting. Anywho. So, it starts out with just the one girl. Take her right across, no problem. Her mom, by the way, has now sat down in the shade, put the baby on the tit. She's just like, no, I feed this one while you fucking take care of my other kid.
This
cool.
is free daycare.
Yeah. So then another girl wanted to do it. The girl whose mom just was like, yeah, whatever the fuck. Then I felt so bad about this part because the girl whose dad was there, chilling pretty much the whole time. She had told him, she was like, I want to do this, and he's like, oh, you want to do the monkey bars too? And he did not look impressed. Right. He's fucking not even, I wouldn't even say tall, he's just taller than me, so he's tall, right. But he's probably just like 5'10", 5'11", like in that range, okay? Maybe 6 foot with his boots on. So, he's a decent-sized dude. The fucking little girl is like a twiglet, okay? She was the lightest one, and probably the oldest of all of them. And she's having her dad do it, and he's just basically, one of the times he hit her on the head a little bit, like, he's just fucking moving her back and forth, and he's trying to do it with a fake baby in his hand, too. And I was like, here, do you want me to hold that baby for you while you...
Right.
And he's like, oh, yeah, thanks, so I just take it from him, and I handed the baby to Ezekiel. Ezekiel loves little babies, so, fake babies. So... He's playing with that baby, and then he starts playing with 2 of the girls, so thank goodness they're all occupied, because 2 of those were of the 4 girls that I was fucking moving back and forth. The dad's struggling, though, okay? And finally, he's just like, I'm sorry, he's just like, I'm not very good at it. He says, I'm not very good at it. Like, I am textbook showing him what to do.
I have no upper body strength.
Yeah, that's basically how it sounded. He's just like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not real good at it. And my arms are dead ass tired, and he's just like, did you want her to do it? That's what he said. Yeah, that's what he fucking said. I was just like, I'm all, okay, did you want me to help you across the monkey bar, sweetie? And she's just like, she's shy, right. She's been going around something. She's like, oh, I'm Supergirl and this and that. I was like, okay, Supergirl. Like, I was like, all right, well, did you want... And I felt so weird because the dad had totally just fucking tried and failed at this. And then I took... And she's light as air. I'm all swing, but of course she's the last kid, and then she wanted to do it like 8 fucking times. Oh my god, I was dying. By the end of this, that's more than I've worked out in probably a year's time. I don't know. I feel like the boys, having to pick them up. Lando, I don't really pick up anymore if I can avoid it. Piggyback rides are a different thing. But Ezekiel is even thicker, he's just he's just like a thickness baby or something. Yeah. I don't even know how to describe him. He's not fat, he's just
thick.
Heavy.
Well, he eats with you.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Man, you should have seen last night. He was throwing not even a full fit, but Peta was trying to get him to eat, and then I went into the room to like get ready or change out of my work clothes or whatever, and I can hear him in the background, and he's just like, Allah, Allah, and I was just like, oh fuck. I was like, oh, we were in the second living room. I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to go in a minute. Rosa, I had just said hi to her. That's all I really got to do, and then before I even stand up, Peta comes back into the room, and she just kind of peeks around the corner. She's just like, hey, and I was like, I know, I heard. And she's all, he just only wants you. Like, I was just like, fuck, okay, I'll be right there.
There's some chicken tenders in there for you.
Yeah, well, and I honestly, I almost started eating his food. It was like raviolis or something. But I'm feeding him. He's eating for a little bit, but then he gives up. And I had a firm discussion with him that would be what he comes back to when he's hungry later. I kid you not. He was like, no, I'm not hungry. I'm fine. Rosa made our food, the chicken fajitas.
Yeah.
That you totally missed out on. Hella bomb. And then as he's getting ready, like, Peta had put them in the bath or in the shower or whatever, and then he comes back out to say goodnight and everything, and he sees that I'm eating food. And he's just like, a la dinner? I was just like, yeah, Papa, I'm eating dinner, like, and he's just like, I want dinner. And I was just like, boy, I told you, like, I'm all, your stuff's in the microwave, I'll take it out right now. We could eat that. And he's just like, dinner, pointing at my shit directly. I was just like, fuck.
So you ate raviolis?
No. We didn't end up trading. His mom came back and was like, Ezekiel, no. You already had your dinner. But, what can you do? I can't push him away. I love him so much.
Sucker. That's what
I am a sucker. In the grand scheme of things, it was good, but it was also exhausting.
All right.
An additional thing, there was just some big ass weird wheel thing that rotates.
Okay.
I don't even know what the fuck to call it.
Just a spinning wheel?
It's kind of like the old school spinners that had the bars on it, and you'd hold on and fucking hope that you wouldn't fly off.
Yeah.
Except for the difference is that they don't have the bars like that anymore, and it's not all made of metal. It's made of plastic that's burning fucking hot.
Yeah.
So these kids are all by the end of it, we're about to leave, and I told Lando, I was like, you got like 10, 15 more minutes, dude. They're all fucking laying on it and spinning like crazy, right? And there's these two little girls there. One of them is the one whose mom just didn't give a shit. She was like, yeah, next time it comes up, go right ahead. So one of them is her, and she's like probably yay tall. For those of you that can't see, she's like 2 feet.
Right. And
weighs maybe 30 pounds, okay? And then this other little girl who looks like, well, actually, I take it back. I helped her across. I helped her do the monkey bars, and I know she weighs about as much as Ezekiel, which is thick if you pick that baby up. But she's got these big ass glasses, like thick glasses. It reminded me of little me, except for I didn't have glasses when I was little. I got them later. But I swear, I was just like, oh my God, look how big your eyes look through those thick ass glasses. And turns out she was Carlos's sister. And get this, her fucking name was Celeste. And I didn't find out until we were about to leave. But these two little girls they're trying to be a part of this big kid fucking wheel, okay? Right. They're trying to hang on to it. One of them flew off, and it was getting a little dicey, okay? Again, not my fucking kids, but nobody's watching them. And so I was just like, hey, you guys, can you take it easy a little bit, or slow down while the little girls are there? Or I don't want those little girls to get hurt. And this fucking smart-mouthed little son of a bitch, you're going to laugh later because I just said that statement, wait for it. He turns around real fucking snarky, and he's just like, I'm not a little girl. And I was just like, okay, dude. I was like, well, there are two little girls there, which is who I was referring to. But take it easy, no big deal. In my mind, I was like, well, you're really acting like a little bitch, aren't you? Fuck. You got all types of crazy, just the neck snap, I'm telling you.
This
like, oh my God, I would have karate chopped his neck. If I could have, his throat.
We're talking about
No,
Cody?
this isn't Carlos or Cody. This is, turns out, little girl whose mom was just like, yeah, go right ahead, whatever. She brought another fucking spawn, and it's this asshole.
Oh.
And again, it wouldn't be a thing except for the way he fucking did it. Like, all fucking whipped his head around. I'm not a girl! Obviously, dumbass, I'm not talking to you. Jesus. Oh my God. Just talking about it now makes me so frustrated.
Yeah.
Anywho, and then the mom, you could hear the mom right after, she was like, take it easy, whatever the fuck your name is. I was just like, yeah, hold his ass back, about to get got. Obviously, I don't condone child abuse. Everyone fucking calm down. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But it's just like, what the fuck?
So how long was this entire scene?
That situation right then and there? Just
No,
that?
the whole thing.
Oh, the whole park. I mean, like I said, we left the house probably at like 9:45 and got to the park by like 10:08. Actually, we were probably finished eating by like 10:08, 10:20 maybe at the very latest. But yeah, and then we were there till noon.
So a good 2 hours.
Yeah, it was fucking, well, I guess it was a little bit longer. I just didn't count the eating time,
Well,
you know.
I mean, still,
And
while you
then-
were eating, he was playing.
Then we went back home, and we fucking, I stopped and got them treats.
Well, of course.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
Well, it was lunchtime.
it was lunchtime.
You were probably hungry.
And also, I was like, well, I have to convince them to leave this fucking park now. Although Lando, to be honest, Lando was actually really good about it. I was just like, I'm all 10
He was
minutes,
over
you
it.
know, 10, 12 minutes, or 10, 15 minutes. No, he actually got back into it, even though he thought the park was ghetto at first. He was like, 10 more minutes is okay. And I was just like, all right, that's cool. That'll be fine. And then, so we pack up and roll out of there. And I was going to take them to Target to wear them out more. OJ had hit me up, and he was like, we're about to go get some lunch. You want us to grab you some tacos? I was like, for sure. Meet you back at the house. I said, I'm going to try to take him to Target, too. But that didn't end up happening. Instead, we just stopped at 7-Eleven, got some fucking ice cream and gummy bears. Turns out Ezekiel loves gummy bears.
Good.
And then we went back to the house, and we had like a pool party in the backyard, but it wasn't really a pool party. I just had them put on their water clothes just in case. But, well, actually,
sprayed him with the hose?
first I let them eat their stuff. I told them, I'll fucking lose that shirt so you can eat that ice cream properly and not make a mess of your shirt. It's all white shirt, of course. I'm just like, fucking Jesus. But yeah, so then we were back in the backyard for a few hours just chilling with all the dogs, and I made them a fresh pool of water that they could play in. And in doing so, I had to dump the old water
Oh, God.
and hose it out, you know, which gave us a little bit of mud. Mm-hmm. And it was a hot day, so after filling up the whole fucking thing, Princess fucking Zelda, comes walking through the mud and then into the pool
Oh.
with those muddy ass feet. And then Lando was like, let me just drive my excavator through the fucking mud and then slyly put it into the pool. So we have a mud pool at home now, in case anybody's interested. Oh, and then I successfully washed the dogs. I made it, like, I don't know why. I was like
You're on a roll.
I was on a mission to just achieve things on
Yeah.
Sunday, I guess. So I did what I could, you know?
Knocked it out.
Yeah. It felt good. The dogs are clean.
Did anyone give you a tip?
No, not a one.
Nothing. A thank you.
I did tell them.
Goodbye.
I told them, I was like, I'll be here next week. I'll have business cards. Nobody even fucking laughed. Nobody said
are
a
you
thing.
kidding? Yeah, 'cause
I was
it's
just like,
whoa, what the fuck?
they're all, we're going to have to start paying for this bitch.
Oh shit, that was the freebie.
Yeah. Yeah, that was to come and seduce
The first
you.
one's always free.
And that way you guys would be like, we're going to have to hire this bitch. She's pretty good at wearing the kids out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, we got to
And-
work on that upper forearm.
Like I said, my upper body strength is greater than that of a 6 foot tall, possibly man. Who knows? Because again, my height judgment is off. They're just taller than me. But
Oh, I
either
thought you
way,
meant possibly if he was a man or not.
no,
possibly
he
6
seemed
feet.
like he definitely was a man. But
Well, he's not a little girl.
yeah, he definitely. Oh no, I'm talking about the grown dad.
No, I got
oh,
that,
okay, I'm sorry. But he also was acting like a little bitch. I was like, man, you can't even.
Must
you
be
can't
that
even.
ghetto part.
Yeah, that must have been it. I was just like, all right, clearly we need to go somewhere else where they have. Well, see, I thought I was enticed to go to that park because I was like, well, maybe I'll see my long lost puppy.
Yeah.
That I adopted 2 years ago or so.
I think we talked about it in one of the past.
Yeah,
episodes.
that guy probably never came back because he was probably fearing for his puppy's sake that
That
he
is
would get
for
it taken
sure.
away. Go ahead, Estrella.
And it kind of sucks because, to my knowledge, we kind of live in the same area. I know exactly which park you're talking about. And to me, that's a pretty high
It's
class
a nice ass park.
And for to
The
hear
lawns are
someone-
mowed. Well, I know, Lando. I'm all. You don't even know what fucking ghetto is. Let me.
Yeah.
You want to go
Maybe
to the
he
ghetto?
meant-
Let's go to the ghetto.
Maybe he meant the guy's dad made it ghetto-ish.
Maybe, but realistically, I was like, I
mean,
literally,
he calls
fucking-
his son bro.
I fucking looked around. Even I looked around. I was like, wow, this is. I mean, they got fucking tennis courts. They got basketball courts.
Yes.
And I say courts plural.
Yes.
It's fucking
And a
crazy.
huge dog park.
They got shade trees. Yeah, not even just one huge dog park, but they also have an additional smaller dog park that's still massive because it's for little dogs, and
Yeah.
you know those little dogs don't need as much room.
No, definitely.
Yeah, so
Well, awesome.
I'm super excited, by the way, to bring the dogs there, although we're still waiting on Xena to get the rest of her
The
shots.
last of her shots.
Yeah, which we had to start over. For those of you that don't know, Rosa and I waited a little bit too long to get her second set, and we fucked it up, so she had to start over. Sorry.
Well, love, I'm sure the vet's happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's really not bad. I'm going to have to talk to you later about where you guys take your dogs, only because I know where we take Zelda, and the shit's usually hell of expensive.
Yeah.
And where we've taken Xena, it's really not that fucking bad at all. By the way, my swears are up in this episode, I feel like.
Well, you're making up for 2 weeks' worth.
Yeah, that's true. I've only had one beverage, not even the whole thing. I'm about to
Right.
finish it now.
Awesome. Do you have anything else that you need to throw in, or?
Still haven't watched Let's Go to Prison. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Real quick, one last thing. Cutting way back to the beginning of our story of the McDonald's trip, the fuckers, they only give you one syrup. Just one. I got 3 hotcakes. And, for those of you that haven't tried it ever, pour that shit on your eggs and your sausage too. It's hella bomb. Delicious. I know you're giving me this weird look right now. But I'm talking also primarily about real food. Go to fucking
Yeah, like a
IHOP
real restaurant,
or
so.
Denny's. Yeah, go to somewhere that's known for their breakfasts. Put your syrup, whatever syrup you're going to put on your French toast, that's my go-to, or your pancakes, or your waffles, whatever any of that. If you get your side of eggs scrambled specifically, if you're getting fucking over easy eggs, gross, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
But scrambled eggs and sausage and or bacon, or both, that's what I do. Again, learn from me, people. Just pour your syrup over all of it. Like, some people get weird and they try to create a separation gap
yes.
between their eggs and their whatever it is they're putting syrup on because they don't want it to touch. Oh my god, I made the mistake once though of letting them, and holy fuck, it's been a revelation
Changed your
ever
life.
since. Yeah. Eggs with some syrup, sausage with, you get, it's like that sweet hickory taste for the meats.
bacon.
Yeah, the bacon and the sausage. Whew, it's beautiful. And then the eggs, I don't know what it is because I can totally have those just with salt and ketchup or pepper or
Well, that's the problem. You're a ketchup egg ketchuper. I can't do that.
You're saying that's a problem. That's just one of the many ways I like to enjoy my eggs. That's not the only way. Like I said, syrup is a great option also.
But that's the thing. The ketchup is already kind of sweet, which is kind of the reason why I've never been able to
Can
do
you just
that.
do me a favor and try it? Again,
We'll make it homework.
I'm not expecting you. We'll make it homework. So
Yeah.
I watch Let's Go to Prison and you'll eat it. Okay, that'll be great. That'll
Perfect.
be fantastic.
So, fact checker
Which
Rosa.
means you're never going to try the fucking eggs with syrup because...
No, fact checker Rosa is going to make it for us.
Okay, actually,
We're gonna-
I'm with that.
yeah, we're
You
gonna
know what?
do-
We
let's-
love doing
let's go to
breakfast for
prison.
dinner.
Yeah,
I'm personally a huge fan.
that's my wife's favorite too.
Oh my god, is it?
Oh God, she'll go nuts. The diners or whatever. Yeah, she'll get
Oh my
the
god.
biscuits and gravy, all that stuff.
Not tonight because it doesn't work for us, but on another night, can we go to like Mel's or
Yeah, that's it.
IHOP? IHOP's a personal fave for
Mm-hmm.
me because they also have crepes.
She's big on Black Bear.
Ooh, okay, I can get behind that also. They have huge portions.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I really like it. You know what else is a great breakfast spot? But they're usually packed when you go on the weekends, is Sylvia's. Right
Oh,
there
yes.
in Antioch.
Chuck Wagon special.
Holy fuck. And again, huge platters. Like, I couldn't even finish
Yeah.
my food. And it's cheap. It's
It
like,
was at that restaurant that I learned about deep frying your bacon because I love it super crispy.
oh my god. I
So,
don't think I have partaken in that.
If you like crispy bacon,
Yeah.
tell them next time you order to deep fry it.
You know what, in my opinion, to be honest, there's really no wrong way to have bacon.
Well, I don't.
Obviously not raw, but
Yeah, so if it's limp at all, no.
You're
It
not
has
with that
to be
shit?
solid.
that's interesting to know about you.
Yeah.
You can see if it still looks gelatinous. But no,
Not when it's wrapped up.
not when it's wrapped up. No, I didn't mean like you can see. I
No,
meant
no.
like the person that fucking made it should
Right.
have been like, this probably isn't cooked all the way yet.
It was probably his last day.
Fucker. I'm sorry, though, that you've been hurt so badly.
Well, that all being said, we've come to the close of another episode.
Another one in the books.
We still are working with getting Jenny.
Yes.
Do we have any
apologies
updates on
to
that?
everybody.
Yeah.
No, I know my mom will be in. She'll actually be in the range. I get, you know what? It's not even in the range. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be closer because I'll be over here." She won't be. That doesn't make her any fucking closer. It's literally the same distance, I feel like. So, but I do know that you have a new gadget that may allow us to do that line in.
I was going to go to there, yep.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, please.
No. So
fine. If we have to, that's what we can resort to.
Okay.
But she did tell me very sternly. She was like, "Well, I have time off, and if I don't take it, they'll take it." And I was just like, okay. So I feel like even if it's not this upcoming week that we have been all anticipating, then it'll be a week in the near future because she has to use that fucking paid time off.
Well, we'll work on this, and we'll work on your sister also. And
yes.
Either we'll get them both at the same time or separate.
It's probably best for everyone that they're separate.
Yeah, it's probably. I understand you got to keep them separated.
Yeah. Like the song goes.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I guess she didn't get that.
And oddly enough, we're speaking of parent to offspring.
Exactly.
Oh, I like that shit, Dave.
Round of applause. Go ahead. Thank you for listening.